Students, today we are going to discuss page number 24, 25 and 26, rest of the story. What have I done wrong? I'm innocent. I'm a sannyasi. He cried. That may be true, but it's the royal decree that we should find a man fat enough to fit the stand. They said and tried him to the place of execution. Decree means order. The disciple said that I am not that kind of criminal, I am a sannyasi, I am a disciple, and he had done nothing. That why they are taking him. The king's servant said that he was, yes, they know that he was innocent, but the king had ordered that to catch hold of a fat man who could be executed with the stake, and he was fit for it, and that is why they were talking him along. He remembered his wise guru's word, this is a city of fools, you don't know what they will do next. The disciple is reminded of his Guruji, who was very wise man and told him that it was the city of fools and it was very harmful for him, but he never minded what the Guru had said. Now they were taking him along to execute him. While he was waiting for that, he prayed to his Guru in his heart, asking him to hear his cry wherever he was. The Guru saw everything in a vision. He had magic powers. He could see far and he could see the future as he could see the present and the past. Then the disciple was totally helpless. He started to pray, wish his Guru and asked him to come and free him. The Guru could visualize everything. He visualized disciple's message due to his magical power. The magical power he visualized. He could see everything. He could see the future, the present and the past. He could see everything with the help of his vision. He arrived at once to save his disciple who had got himself into such a scrape through love of food. Scrape means a difficult situation that one has got into. Now the Guru arrived there. He wanted to save his disciple. The disciple was trapped in a difficult and very serious situation. They were about to execute him although he had not done anything wrong. So the Guru came to rescue him from this situation. As soon as he arrived, he scolded the disciple and told him something in a whisper. As the Guru met his disciple, he scolded him because he did not obey him and stayed back. He whispered something in his ears. And then what happened? Here it is given that Guru had murmured something in the disciple's ears. Then he went to the king and addressed him, O wisest of kings, who is greater, the Guru or the disciple? Of course, the Guru, no doubt about it. Why do you ask? Then put me to the stake first, put my disciple to death after me. And the Guru wanted to trap the king with the help of his wise words. He asked him, do you know who was greater between a Guru and his disciple? And the king answered, yes, Guru was greater. Then Guru said, then you have to first execute me, okay, after my disciple. When the disciple heard this, he understood and began to clamor. me first. You brought me here first, put me to death first, not him. Clamor means to insist on something. When disciple heard his guru's word, he started shouting that he wanted to die first. As I have told you that both a guru whispered in his ears, and then the disciple understood that what the guru wanted to save him. So the disciple started to say that first execute me, not my guru. Guru and the disciple now got into a fight about who should go first. The king was puzzled by this behavior. He asked the guru, why do you want to die? We chose him because, he said, we choose him because we needed a fat man for this stick. Now, when the guru and the disciple both had started arguing that who would die first, the king started to be confused. He asked Guru that why did he want to die? They had caught the disciple because he was fat, and they wanted a fat man who could be executed with a stick. You should not ask me such questions. Put me to death first, replied the Guru. The Guru said he didn't want to reply. He said that first you have to give me on the stake because I wanted to death first before his disciple died. Why? There is some mystery here. As a wise man, you must make me understand. The king felt that there was some mystery behind it. The king thought there is something secret, and the Guru wanted to die before his disciple and was so eager he wished to die. There must be some reason behind this. He understood that there is something behind this, why they both are quarreling to each other. Will you promise to put me to death if I tell you? Asked the Guru. The Guru said that you have to promise me. If I ask you the real thing, then you have to be wanted to be executed first me. The king gave him his solemn word. The Guru took him aside out of the servants' earshot and whispered to him, do you know why we want to die right now? The two of us, we have been all over the world, but we have never found a city like this or a king like you. That stake is the stake of the God of justice. It's new. It has never had a criminal on it. Now, explanation of this passage. The king was promised that he could execute him first. Then the Guru said slowly and told him that they had walked around the whole world, but never seen that kind of city and the king like you. And he added that, you know, this is the justice of God. So I want to die. Okay, whoever dies on it first will be reborn as the king of this country. And he further added and said, do you know who come to that step? He would be reborn as the king of the kingdom. And whoever goes next will be the future minister of this country. We were sick of our ascetic life. It would be nice to enjoy ourselves as a king and minister for a while. Now keep your word, my lord, and put us to death. We first remember, ascetic means life is the life of a sannyasi, a strict life, a hard life. Okay, now I am explaining this. He said that you know the one who would die next would be reborn as the minister of the kingdom. The Guru added that he was tired of this life of sannyasi. He bored, and so he wanted to live a very nice life, and he wanted to reborn as a king. So he says that the king execute him first so that he is reborn once again born like a king, and after the disciple, then disciple will reborn like a minister. The king was now thrown into deep thought. He did not want to lose the kingdom to someone else in the next round of life. He needed time, so he ordered the execution postponed to the next day and talked in secret with his minister. Postponed means you all know that to put off something for a later time. And after listening the Guru's word, and the king was in deep thought. He did not want that in the next life his kingdom be snatched away, taken away by someone. They discussed that he will discuss this matter in another day. It's not right for us to give over the kingdom to others in the next life. Let us go on the stake ourselves, and we will be reborn as king and minister again. Holy men do not tell lies. He said that, and the minister agreed. The king told his minister that I don't want to leave this place in the next life. I did not want to give my kingdom to another. No one will take away my kingdom. He added that the person, the holy man, did not speak lies. He says that why don't you go in this step, and then we will get a new life. Now they should die first so that they are reborn as king and minister of the king. So he told the executioners, we will send the criminals tonight. When the first man comes to you, put him to death first. Then do the same to the second man. Those are my orders. Don't make any mistakes. Then what happened? The king said, executioner, that listen carefully. Don't send the criminals at night. Firstly, they should stay. The king said, executioners ordered that he would send the criminal at night. Firstly, they should execute the person who came first, and then the second person. Listen, he said, be careful not to make any mistake. That night, the king and his minister went secretly to the prison, released the guru and the disciple, disguised themselves as the two, and as is arranged beforehand with royal servants, were taken to the stake and promptly executed. Disguise means they made in the appearance, a different appearance. At night the king and his minister went to the prison, and they have freed the guru and the disciple, and they wore the clothes what the guru and his disciple wore, and they resembled just like them. As if it was told to the servants, they came and took them along and put them into the stake for execution. In this way, with his intelligence, the Guru was able to execute his foolish king and his foolish minister. The bodies were taken down to be thrown to crows and vultures. The people panicked. When the dead bodies of them, king and his minister, were taken away to be thrown, the people trembled to see the dead bodies of their king and his minister. They saw before them the dead bodies of the king and the minister. The city was in confusion. Now what happened when everyone had seen the dead bodies? They were in trembling that this is not the dead bodies of the Guru and the disciple. In place of this, bodies of the king and his minister. All night they mourned and discussed the future of the kingdom. Some people suddenly thought of the Guru and the disciple and caught up with them as they were preparing to leave town unnoticed. Everyone started very sad. They started to mourn whole night. But in morning, some people thought about Guru and disciple. They felt that they have to take them And now, as the Guru and his disciple were planning to leave this kingdom, the people stopped them. We people need a king and a minister, said someone. Others agreed. They begged the Guru and the disciple to be their king and their minister. The people started to thinking, and they said that we are thinking that we need a king, and you, Guru, is the best king. So they requested the Guru and his disciple to be the new king and the minister of the kingdom. It did not make many arguments to persuade the disciple, but it took longer to persuade the Guru. Persuade means convince. The disciple agreed quickly. As we all know that disciple always in hurry, but it took some time to make the Guru agree upon this. They finally agreed to rule the kingdom of the foolish king and the silly minister on the condition that they could change all the old laws. From then on, night would again be night and day would again be day, and you could get nothing for a dudu. It became like any other place. And after some time, Guru agreed, but he said that to be the king of the kingdom, but on the condition that from then everyone would walk in, so that he said that the day and sleep at night. Also the cost of things would vary and not to be one to do for anything as was the system earlier. He wanted as the world goes, so this kingdom will be in the same condition, will run. So he said that I will agree. If you are agreed to this, then I will agree. It would be like any other place where everything had different rates. Finally, the Guru converted the kingdom of fools into a normal kingdom. Here it is given in the last, the Guru agreed, but he said the Guru agreed to be a kingdom, but he said that everything will be worked just like as the world is running. Okay students, at last this story is about a kingdom ruled by a foolish king and his silly ministers. This story is a folktale and gives the message that one should stay away from foolish people, else one is bound to suffer. In order to tackle foolish people, one should employ wisdom, not logic. Thank you. Have a nice